Do you feel that there's someone in your life that you must constantly give praise to and make them feel good about themselves all the time? Do you feel like you have to validate them all the time and do certain things for them all the time? Because if you don't know how they might feel, what they might think, what they might say to you. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to have to deal with any conflict. You just feel like you got to keep giving of yourself to this person in ways that perhaps are a little different from other relationships that you have. If any of this resonates, and if you want to dive into the narcissist and empath dance and conversation, then stay tuned for today's episode. And welcome back to my channel, the Whole Wellness Method YouTube channel. I am so happy you are here. And if you're new to my channel, I am Lita Sportel. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and a functional health coach. And today we are going to start talking about the narcissist and the empath dynamic. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a good one. This clip you're about to watch is just a section from a longer conversation I've had with Gilly Henson on this dynamic between narcissists and empaths. I know you're going to find it very valuable, so let's get right into it. And before we get started, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? If you haven't done so already, please do it now, and also hit the bell button so that you can get notified every time I post a new videos, and there are many, many good videos coming up. Now let's get to our discussion. Let's talk about the narcissist. I'm so excited. I want to use a little bit of what Dr. Orloff is saying, because I think she's really on point, and we don't need to reinvent the definitions and the conversations that she's having. So narcissists act as if the world revolves around them. They have an inflated sense of importance and entitlement. That word entitlement is interesting. Mm-hmm. When you reflect on different relationships in your life, and that energy that they have, that could be exactly that word. Only you watching can feel into what I'm saying right now, right? So tune into your gut, tuning into your heart, and see how that feels. They need to be the center of attention and require endless praise, which as empaths we're really, really good at providing.
That's an understatement. It's so true. It's so true. Empaths, I mean, we're wired to always consider the other, and how can I help this person? I'm sure I can. I have so much love in me. I can do this. And it's like sometimes we know exactly what to say because we sense what's going on with them at a deeper level, but we don't see what's blinding us at the same time. If that makes sense.
It does. And so it's interesting for you guys watching. Again, think of that. Do you feel with certain people in your environment that you feel that need to constantly praise them? So just examine that. You must compliment them to get their approval. So deep down, we're feeling that. We're feeling that if I don't compliment you, either with words or with actions or with actually doing things, acts of service, or whatever form it is that I help you, I compliment you, I praise you, I put you at the center of my world, whatever you need, putting you first and what you think is right, me being like, I don't know, whatever you want, whatever it is, in whatever form it shows up. Could it be that we are intuitively feeling that they need our approval constantly, and for us to be approved of them,
Right,
we
right.
need to be giving these things.
It's interesting because it's a perfect mirrored reflection. It's the same energy showing up in different ways.
Exactly.
And I think that's oftentimes what's missing in this conversation of the narcissist and the empath. Um,
Can you tell us more on that? Because that's really good.
I mean, and I'm going to just talk about astrology for 1 second.
Yeah.
Venus is in Libra, and this is a big topic I think going on right now just because Venus is in Libra and it's all about balance in relationships, equality in relationships,
Mhm.
and looking at the other, looking at how you're showing up in those relationships and how
Mhm.
that person's showing up in in the relationship. And oftentimes we are very quick to say they're doing this and they're doing that, and we fall into like a victim state mentality, or we play a bit of a martyr role.
Mhm.
Like, well, they've had it much worse than I've had it. Um, I'll just keep, you know, beating myself and making sure I'm giving what they need. Um, when it's like, what if it's not them needing that attention, needing that confirmation that they're loved? It's you
Yeah.
needing that confirmation that you are loved, and you're seeing it in that other person, and you want to give it to them because you have that void inside of you, and you're just not able to do it for yourself in that time, and you're seeking to do it through another person.
Yep. Exactly. I love the way you described it, and it's a lot of people miss that. That it's approval that we're both seeking, the empath and the narcissist in this dance. We're both dancing for approval, and we're keep dancing. Can you give me more? Can you give me more approval? Do you approve of me? Do you approve of me? The narcissist is going about this very differently. It's through praise, through compliments, through putting them as center of attention, and a few other things I'm going to read. The empath is going about it as, you are my God, you are my idol, you are on the pedestal. How can I help? What can I do? I'm down here, you are up here, which the narcissist loves. It's like, exactly, yep, you're right. I am up here. You are down here. Keep praising me. And the empath is, yes, you are up here. I am down here. I'm going to keep praising you. No problem. Let's keep going.
Right. And
So,
if I see that that is having a positive effect on you, that oddly enough fills me up. Like if I see that if I have you up here and I'm down here and I give you something to make you feel even better about yourself, meanwhile I'm still, down here. If they're like, oh bing, they lit me up, then I'm lit up for just a second,
yes,
right? Yeah.
I love that you brought that up. It's those hormones of the chemicals, the addiction, that we're addicted to those chemicals of approval.
Yeah, yeah.
Dr. Joe Dispenza describes this beautifully in the movie What the Bleep Do We Know, explains these molecules of emotions that we're addicted to physically. Because in that moment that he's like, he, she, whatever, the narcissist is like feeling that I love you so much, you're my everything, or, in whatever form they're feeling filled up in their approval bucket, that moment we're like, I'm so loved.
Right.
I feel the approval. And then those chemicals, those molecules of emotions come into our bodies and they're like, I'm safe, I'm loved.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm safe. I'm safe. That is exactly the feeling. I'm safe now. Yeah.
I've experienced that. I said he because I was thinking of an intimate relationship I was in for 4 years that was really, it was like this. Like
Right.
it was a pretty clear dance of these dynamics that I'm describing. I've seen it with girlfriends. I've seen it with lots of other relationships, and it takes a few years to experience it again and again and again and again and again and again. And then you're like, have I learned this yet? Or am I still dancing
Right.
this way?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Same here, Lita. Same
Yeah.
here. Again and again and again. And my most recent one was a work relationship. It
Mhm.
was very what I felt was very abusive, but I didn't really totally understand it at the time. Now I have a way better insight into it, but I couldn't see it at the time. And like that's another thing. Be gentle with yourself and
Yes.
try not to blame yourself or hold judgment on yourself. It's just they're learning experiences and they're tough, and getting out of them is tough enough.
Mm.
And you're going to be in kind of a weird emotional state for a while. So if you're in it now or you're getting out of it, don't whip yourself. Um,
Oh,
but that's the last thing you need to do right now.
yeah, I think awareness is the first step. And then there's gentleness, right? So awareness of, oh my goodness, yeah, I am seeing these patterns. Oh, oops, yeah, I that's happening right now. And maybe we don't recognize it right away. Maybe it takes a certain for things to get to a certain really painful moment to be like, what's happening here? What the heck? Maybe we see it right away. For most of us, we can't possibly see it unless it's it's been in our face for a little bit of time. It's like the dance we've been dancing enough where it's like right here,
Yeah,
and we've pushed our self-esteem down, really down, like to the point where at some point we burst and we're like, enough is enough.
right. Yeah, for me, it wasn't even me saying it's enough. It's me just basically being ran over and
Yep.
trampled on and then feeling like, why me?
Yes.
Why this? And playing that role of martyr and victim instead of becoming empowered. Like, this is the point of the conversation, to become empowered
Yes.
in these relationships and not to just push them away and like, ah, no, no, no. It's like, okay, how do I show up now? How can I show up in future relationships?
Yes. And I love that you brought up the fact that it wasn't you that ended that relationship. It was them, or they completely took advantage of you. Like the title of the question is, like they just walked all over you and then they left you. That's happened to me multiple times in my intimate relationship. I saw it so clearly that I found the strength to leave it. But guess what? After that, yes, my intimate relationships were, after that they healed, and I found my husband, married my husband. But other relationships, I hadn't fully brought closure in that topic for me. So I was going to experience this in other ways that I did not see.
Right.
There
Yeah.
was no way, and even people who would see it and would tell me, I was like, no, you guys are wrong.
It's funny how
But
we do that, huh? Yeah. Funny, sad. It's part of the journey.
it is. But the message we're trying to convey is to not be hard on yourselves when you do find yourself in this situation. Um, to be like, you know what, it is part of divine timing
Mhm.
that I am to experience this, so I can really master self love. Really, it comes down to that. Because if I don't master self love, I'm gonna keep finding myself in dance situations with stuff like that until I really learn it and I learn how to dance in the most loving way. Are you intrigued by this conversation and want to learn more? Then subscribe to my YouTube channel because there's more coming, and hit the bell to get notified when the next videos are coming up. And if you're not sure if you're an empath yet, I do have a quiz just for you. It's a free quiz and you will find it in the description below. Want to take these conversations to a whole new level? Come and join our community, the Whole Wellness membership community. And I will see you next time, leaving you in whole wellness. Bye bye.